Look, I'm not one to shy away from the concept of calling VR games the blanks of VR. We got the goddamn Rainbow, 6 just dropped, Ultra Kill, Left 4 Dead, but this game, just, you'll see. Dead Hook is quite literally a carbon copy of Doom, but in VR. And to those who are already writing their comments about how Doom VFR is already a thing, you go play that. You tell me what you think. This game is an art piece. Doom VR just lives on Fart Street. Got my Quest 2 and yo bitch look a Marvy. Lus, Eminem hit my lawn. If you're a fan of the classic Doom games or just the most recent like I am, Dead Hook will easily satisfy that feeling of bloodlust you're looking for while in VR. Its gameplay will leave anyone hooked. Like it's deadly. Yo, that's crazy. What a coinky dink, am I right? So let's just hop into the video, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be starting a Minecraft Let's Play where I try not to kill my friend's dog along the way. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also donate to my Patreon. And while you're at it, join my OnlyFans, but don't forget about my Cash App. I'm just a silly little guy on the internet. Please excuse me while I hop in my $60,000 Tesla and have Young Gravy f my mom. Dead Hook provides that gameplay that's both addicting and frustrating at the same time. Developed by Joyway, the same people who made Stride, swing your arms around parkour game I've never played. Joyway did also send me Dead Hook. They're not paying me for a review, but quite honestly, they don't need to. This game is sick as f, and you should absolutely be playing it if you like Doom. Dead Hook is only $20. It's only available on Quest right now, so if you have some extra V-Bucks lying around, and it's an absolute steal. But let's not forget about the gameplay loop. I'm going to warn you now, Dead Hook does not f around if you're not used to movement in VR. Ring ring, projectile vomiting, calling, oops, sorry about your carpet, grandma. The hook part of Dead Hook is probably the funnest part of this game while in VR. It truly lets you play like Spider-Man in VR. This game lets you play like Spider-Man in VR. Spider-Man in VR. This game is really like Spider-Man in VR. But if you're a fan of gore in VR like Blood Trail or the Tony Boyo favorite Hard Bullet, you're absolutely going to get a kick out of this game. The amount of theoretical combos you could pull off is insane. The classic just shoot them until they're dead always works. The shoot them midair then pull them in for the big stepper is one of my favorites. Pull yourself into hand explosion works like a charm. The amount of personal combos you could pull off makes this an unforgettable experience. Again, coming from Stride fame, you have the swing your arms around to sprint like in Stride, but honestly, I forget that you can even do this. The swinging mechanic for me just takes over, and yes, I do feel like Tom Holland, the best Spider-Man. Get hip if you're watching this. This joke's for you, but also not a joke. Join me in the Hollands this year for Christmas. We'd love to have you. The guns, melee mechanics, story, and also buffs to make you stronger and stronger all add to the experience that only Dead Hook has seemed to achieve so far. Even though it's similar in gameplay style to, again, Doom, it finds its own unique way of making the game enjoyable in VR. This part of the video, I'm going to talk about something that happens with the end of a life cycle. As you might already know, the Quest 3 is coming this fall. While this doesn't mean that the Quest 2 is completely dead, like we've seen with the Quest 1, the Quest 2 is about to lose support, and have game studios dropping development for it. But just like with traditional consoles, there's a brief period of time right before the console gets replaced where something interesting happens. Take the PlayStation 3. The original launch titles for this game were obviously a product of their time, games like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Need for Speed Carbon, and others. But if we fast forward to the end of the PlayStation 3, we have games like The Last of Us, and while this might not be exclusive to PlayStation, Grand Theft Auto 5. While other zombie games and games similar to GTA 5 had come to the console previously, game developers were at home with the console's architecture, making game development much easier before it went the way of the water. We're seeing it now with the Xbox One and PS4 onto this new generation of consoles, and I believe this is exactly what's happening with VR and the Quest 2. Think back to the start of the Quest 2's life. Games like Saints and Sinners and Population 1 were solid titles. With the most recent set of VR games, we're watching developers get used to this hardware just before the new set of hardware is released. Dead Hook is an example of this. Joyway gave me the Quest 2 version of this game, and honestly, it looks pretty damn good for a Quest 2 game. Dead Hook is one of the last few main VR games to release for the Quest 2, and while every VR game is set to work for the Quest 3, it's only going to get better from here. So to wrap it all up, Dead Hook is a great time in VR. Its Doom-like gameplay with the swinging mechanic is overall an enjoyable experience. Thank you to our mega rich patrons, Mike D10, Wes, Greg, Gain, Denasi, and Only Mints. And of course, thank you to our budget-friendly patrons as well. Hey, yo, I don't know about you guys, but this game looking a little sus sometimes, you know? I'm never gonna make that joke again. That's the only time you're gonna hear me say that.